Hello, so we are back and this time with a very important video. This video is about affordable tools. Now, before I start, I want to thank TEMU for allowing me to pick up the items I want and get them discounted from the TEMU website. So I picked up a multimeter, a thermal camera, and a soldering station. Now, first, the multimeter. You'll find a link in the description. You can click there, install the app, and you can get the multimeter for the price of a can of Coca-Cola. You can believe that? And yeah, it is coming with the batteries inside. Now, why did I pick up this multimeter? Well, in these days, all tools are precise. I pick up this multimeter because of the count rate. Yeah, so this is a fast multimeter, and also you can test the capacity and you can read the frequency. It's coming with nice probes, the probes I'm using on my multimeter, also a temperature sensor and two fuses. Now, one more time, all you have to do is to install the app and use my code to have this multimeter for 99p. Now, the next one is a soldering station, solder iron and hot air. Now, this is coming for a price less than a price of a pizza. So on the same way, you can click on the link in the description, install the app, and use my code, and you can buy it for £9.90. Now let's open the soldering station. And what you have more, you have tools, you have solder, you have some tweezers. We're gonna review this. One more time, you have the app there, you can install the app, and you can buy it for £9.90. Now the next one is the thermal camera. Now, why did I pick up this thermal camera? Because it has a decent sensor, like sensitivity-wise, decent resolution, and a good frame rate. Now we're gonna review this thermal camera, but before that, you can buy it on the same way. Just check the link on the description, install the app, and you can have it for about 4 pizzas, £84, 31p. Now, why you should buy these items from TEMU? Of course, the price. You're not going to find these items at this price. But the second, TEMU has 90 days return policy and also free postage. I will insist one more time. You have a link on the description. Just click the link and then install the app and apply my code. Now first, let's start with the multimeter. Like I said, I pick it up for the speed. Now let's get the probes in. Decent, long and flexible probes. Now checking the voltage. Proper fast. We have DC volts, we have millivolts. Then we have beeping. Now on the ohm range and beeping, check here. Proper nice, so it's beeping, and on the same time we have the LED here indicating a short circuit. Then we have diode mode and ohm range. Huh? Proper nice, right? It's kind of annoying. I have always to activate the light. Maybe I should read the manual. Yeah, and we have, lol, we have a torch here. Wait, what is this? Yeah, I found it. I really appreciate the English manual. NCV test. So we can detect AC signals, right? Lol, it is working. Check here. Oh yeah, this is good to see if you have any power. Well, of course, it's working with AC. Haha, nice. To be honest, I didn't see a multimeter with this kind of sensor. Then we have a temperature sensor. So the temperature sensor is plugged in. Indeed, it's about 25 degrees, very hot here in England in the last few days. I will set up the soldering station. Let's see. 250 degrees on the solder iron and 258 on the probe. So I will say it's working fine. Now checking the capacity, we have 100 micro, 63 volts, right? Yeah. Let's see. And my capacitor has, you have to wait a little bit, we have 104 microfarads. So I believe this capacitor is good. it's a little bit slower because the capacitor has to charge, yeah? So going down on the capacity, the multimeter, it will be faster. So I believe for 99p, this is a great value. I can't check the frequency, I don't have a signal generator around me, but should work fine. Then we have the current, and you can check up to 20 amps, which is fantastic. I mean, this is totally worth it. Now, why they include fuses? Because if you start playing with the current and you are on the milliamp scale and the current is too high, you will burn the current fuses. But overall, I'm pretty sure there's no way you will get for 99p a better deal compared with this one. One more time, use the link from the description, install the app, and use my code to buy the multimeter for that price. Now the soldering station, huh? Let's see what we have here. We have two tweezers, we have the desolder pump, we have solder wire, not sure what temperature it is, it's 1 millimeter solder wire. We have 3 nozzles. For the solder iron, you have, oh, this is beautiful, you know, the tiny one. Yeah, probably I will use this one. But proper nice, check that. Again, we have a manual and it is in English. So we have the station, we have the hot air and the solder iron. Proper nice. Okay, so we have the solder iron. I will stick it to 360. I'm using the solder iron around 360 degrees, and if I need more heat, I'm going with the hot air. And on the hot air, I'm using usually 350 degrees, yeah, on small boards, or max temperature on like normal motherboards. Actually, I don't have 500 on my one, so I will set up 480 just to compare. Now you have 3 type of nozzles. So basically, if you have like big chips without nozzle, is fine. This one, I mean, all are fine. Yeah, this is the ideal size. Yeah, I'm using this one and this one on my one. Yeah, you have a little bit more options than I have. Good, let's try this nozzle. We cannot adjust the airflow, so we have a fixed airflow, we have 480 degrees, and let's try to remove a MOSFET. So we should use the hot air. You know what, let's go for a big MOSFET, what do you think? Lol, so fast! Wait, let's go for another one, like a BIOS chip. BIOS chip, desolder. The airflow is fantastic. I mean, you don't need more than that. Cheap? Yeah. So you'll be no edit on this part, just to understand how much time you need to desolder and resolder. One more MOSFET, let's see. And the MOSFET is out. Now soldering back the MOSFET. Yeah, it is soldered back. Yeah, we need some flux, right? Yeah. Good. What about a capacitor? Capacitor. Yeah. Let's go on the other side of the board just to be sure. Yeah, like this one. What about this chip? This chip. Let's see. And the chip is out. Soldering back the chip. Yeah, all good. I can't believe this is faster than my one. And you will ask, sorry, yeah, but 480 degrees, you'll burn the components? Here is a misconception. Like, okay, if I'm hitting this component, if I'm hitting with 480 degrees, yeah, air temperature, this component, it will have 480 degrees. And this is not right. The component is soldered on the motherboard. So the component, no matter what temperature you are using, it will have the temperature of the motherboard because the components are cooling down on the motherboard. The problem is when you take the component out, on that moment, you see me how I'm working. I'm removing instantly the hot air because on that moment the component the temperature is rising quickly to 480 degrees. But I'm impressed. This is faster than my one. I mean, I can't see why you will need to adjust the airflow. It's enough. Like desoldering MOSFETs where actually you need a lot of heat there. Heat power, yeah? So airflow and wattage from the heating element. So what do you want me to remove more? Like big coils? Coils are sucking the heat badly. Let's see. I'm not gonna edit the video here. You said coil? Insane! For less than a pizza price? Okay, and you say, okay, sorry, but what about big things, yeah? Okay, let's show a big thing together. So I'm gonna lower the temperature to, let's say, 360 degrees, yeah? Because I don't want to burn the port. And we're gonna try together to remove a USB port, right? No, your USB-C. No, maybe I need it on the future and I want it on the board. HDMI or USB port. Yeah, let's try to remove it. So we will be using no nozzle. We have 350, 360. We have 360 degrees because you don't want to melt the plastic from inside of the, let's say, the USB port. 360 degrees is not that high, so you have to hold the hot air longer in order to remove the components. But you will not melt the plastic. Check here. The port, it's out and it's not melted. I will show you. You can see it's not melted. That's how you do it. Now the hot air is going on sleep in the moment you put it on the support. Yeah, you can see it's going into the sleep. Solder iron is still sitting there at 360 degrees. You have buttons here you can power on or off. Let's get the solder iron. So let me grab a motherboard and let's do some soldering. I will not replace the tip. So with the solder iron, we need some flux. 1 second, where is my rosin? We have 360 degrees. Perfect, flux. Solder. Perfect, it's doing the job. Check that. Now soldering components like capacitors. And this is a big truck. This is a ground truck. You can see. Perfect. And now we can remove the capacitors if we want. Yeah. Huh? Soldering different pads on the motherboard. Perfectly nice round solders. Perfect. Perfect. What about if we are trying to suck the solder with the sucker? Let's see. Perfect. Solder is gone. And this one? Perfect. Let's try this one. I never try on a chip to suck the solder. Perfect. Nearly all gone. Yeah, working fine, I can confirm. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's working fantastic. And you can have it for £9.90p. Check the link on the description. You have there you just install the app, use my code, and you can buy it straight away. Now the last tool, the thermal camera. UT120S. So here we have the thermal camera. We have a micro SD card. USB-C charging cable, because can be charged, has a rechargeable battery inside. Pressing the power button, let's get the foil out. It's faster than my one. Check that. Yeah, it's on. Now check the refresh rate. You can see it's quite fast. Now let me, yeah, you can see the heat signature. Let's pick up a place like this one, right? Yeah. Check there. Huh? Let's get a motherboard. Okay, let's simulate a shorted MOSFET. Now let's see if we can spot it with the thermal camera. You know what? I mean, I don't even need to simulate something because this board has a problem. It's taking 60 milliamps, and obviously you can't see. Sorry, I'm really sorry. So check that, yeah? The motherboard is taking like, what, 60 milliamps? Can we spot 60 milliamps heat with the thermal camera? Because this board has an issue. Check that. That's the chipset. So we have the CPU and we have the chipset. Check that. You can see it. The chipset is taking 60 milliamps. So that this camera, it is sensitive enough to spot 60 milliamps heat. Now, to simulate a shorted MOSFET, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna short the drain with the gate of a MOSFET, yeah, and let's see if we can spot it. So drain with the gate. Check there, check there, check there, check there. You can see the CPU is getting hot, and the MOSFET where I short with the tweezer. So one more time, we have the CPU. I will short the drain with the gate of the MOSFET. Check there. So simulating a shortened MOSFET, you can see the CPU is getting hot. As soon as I take the tweezer, it's cooling down. So the camera, indeed, it is sensitive. So don't forget, use the link on the description, install the app, and you can buy it for that price. Okay, something I forgot to tell you. I test the solder wire. This one is getting melted around 320 degrees. So probably it's a better idea to focus on solder wire, which is getting melted around 180, 190 degrees. At 320 degrees, it's quite hard to work with this solder wire. Anyway, I'm about to finish this video, and let's get serious, yeah? Here is a misconception about tools. Many will think, okay, if I'm paying more money for a tool, it will do a better job. And that's wrong, yeah? More expensive tools are not doing a better job. More expensive tools, it will allow you to work many hours every day across a year. I'm not working like 8 hours every day with a solder iron and hot air. Probably altogether I'm working like half an hour with the solder iron and the hot air. In this case, I don't need an expensive tool. So tools like this are perfect even for what I'm doing. If you know my channel from long time, I worked probably like 8 years with like 20-pound solder iron. You know that. So try to understand a repair process of soldering or whatever involves two different entities, like the tool and the skill. And more important, practicing, you'll get better at what you are doing. So one more time on the TEMU app, just add my code here and just press search. And you will find these items here. So I'm gonna stop now. Hopefully this video, it will be helpful for you. Just try to gather some affordable items, good items. And see you on the next one, yeah? Don't forget about the link on the description. Bye.